Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're benchmarking Far Cry 6 on PC, running with my overclocked MSI Vanguard RTX 5090 graphics card, and Ryzen 9 9950X 3D CPU. So firstly, as always, I'll start off by showing you the graphics settings really quickly. So we are running a render resolution of 3840 by 2160 on my 4K 154 Hz display. We are running a 16 by 9 aspect ratio. All the advanced graphics settings are all ultra preset with TA for anti-aliasing, HD textures are on, and all the DirectX ray tracing, reflections, and shadows are enabled with no variable rate shading. We are also running HDR. We have to wait 2 or 3 days for the process on YouTube. No VSync, no frame rate lock. Field of view is at 100%. And we're going to test 4K. We're going to see if 8K is doable. I know on the 4090 not even 8K was possible in this title, but we'll go ahead and try it on the 5090 and see what even happens, and we'll take things from there. But enjoy the show, and we'll see how it runs, and why don't we start off with some action. Well, that was a good little late 4th of July celebration. It's pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that little explosion there. I do like this sunrise setting here with the hue and the colors and the glow of the gun barrel. It looks pretty cool. Let's get a vehicle here. Guess you can't shoot through the windshield or something. It's crazy. I thought you'd be able to shoot through the windshield. So yeah, we'll test 4K native. We'll briefly test out 8K, like I said, see if it'll run. And then we'll test 1440p at 1080p native resolutions. And for whatever it's called, there's no DLSS in this title, so we're just going to see how it runs at native resolutions. And we'll take things from there.
Can only function in a country
Check out this city environment here.
Of fear. How many of our
it's kind of loud though. Damn, blew his ass away. Sometimes this game makes me laugh.
I have sworn an oath to protect Yara. And so I must protect its democratic institutions as well. There will be no elections until... Un mensaje del León de Yara.
Trying to figure out, is this one behind me? Is the music guy? Must be somebody behind me. I kept cutting on the radio on and off because I was like, what the hell? We don't want any music. It's funny how you can hear the wind through the windshield. That's all blown away. From when I was shooting that lady. It's kind of cool effect there. Never noticed that. Okay, so 4K data, we're averaging 157 FPS, 1% latency at 97, max FPS at 185. Very briefly, I'm going to test out 8K. I don't know if it's going to be possible. I know on the 4090 it was never possible because it just runs out of VRAM, but let's just see what happens just out of curiosity's sake. See if it even is doable. It looks like it's barely running here. Let me reset the afterburner here. And I know the MS afterburner is too small for you guys to read, but currently we are at... It says 30, but I'm not going to say it. It's more like 16, between 16 and 22 frames per second. So definitely not playable. The quality looks amazing. It never was able to do 8K in this title, but as you can see, it's just still too heavy, unfortunately, even on the top stock 5090 here. Yeah, just not doable. But hey, it is running. And it does look beautiful when you kind of look at the visuals a little bit, but it's just too much of a slideshow, unfortunately. somewhat doable, but hey, at least I tried, right? Always worth a shot. Okay, now let's go to 2560 by 1440p, and we'll see how that runs. And then we'll do the same kind of benchmark test we did on 4K native.
Where are you? This is our only chance to get through the blockade.
I'm on my way, Clara.
Hurry, Danny, please. Libertad lives or dies depending on what happens today.
Well, there goes my calling. For those of you who watch my Far Cry 6 video, I never did progress further in this mission, but there's always this lady on the radio who calls me to tells me she needs help, but I just never seem to undergo that mission. It's kind of funny. I reset the afterburner because I forgot to reset it, but looks like 1440p, the 1% lows are unusually low here. Let's try resetting one more time here. Yeah, it keeps going low. Weird. Yeah, I don't know if it's frame stutters or what, but the 1% lows are 46 FPS. That's unusually low, I would say. I'll reset it one more time just to ensure that maybe it's only when I'm driving. Try getting out here. Try doing a little on-foot action. Yeah, it keeps still going low. So, yeah, I'm not sure if that's a CPU issue or what, but some of these titles are showing some unusually low 1% lows, unfortunately. I like this environment here. It looks like a tobacco field.
What are they doing?
It's really nice.
Who's there? Oh yeah.
Please, God,
The Supremo is ready. You must use your Supremo.
Counting on you to end Castillo and salvation.
So yeah, it looks like 1% lows got a little bit better now. Now we're at 114, so perhaps it was just a small glitch. I did have to reinstall the game, by the way. I do want to mention that, so maybe it was a shader compilation. I'm not sure, but it does seem to be a little bit better now in terms of the very low 1% lows. But who knows? We'll see if it happens again when I drive here. And if we see another one of those bad guys, I'll use my Supremo on them and get another nice little explosion action here. Wild horses, that's pretty cool. Speaking of horses, another game I need to test out is Red Dead Redemption 2, so do expect me to benchmark that pretty soon. In the near future here, so it's another good one to benchmark, especially AAK, because I know it will be possible.
Huh?
It's pretty quiet. It's time to use my Supremo. Oh, that sucks. It hit that barrier there. That blows. Okay, so 1440p, averaging 168 FPS. Those are some brutal critters, man. What the hell? What the hell? Those otters? They're harder to kill than those enemies. It's hilarious. So 1% or average FPS at 169, 1% low city at 102, max FPS at 210 here. brutal. Those otters or whatever the hell were pretty, they're like Tasmanian devils. That's crazy.
Danny, where are you?
It's my
This
colleague
is our
again.
only chance to get through the blockade.
Okay, so now let's go down to 1080p native here. So 1920 by 1080p. Alright,
I'm on my way, Clara.
I'm on my
Hurry,
way.
Danny, please.
It'll,
Libertad lives or dies depending on what happens today.
it'll probably be another year before I continue that mission. Now you can see the GPU is using a whole lot less power here. Again, you got those low 1% lows. I'm not sure if that's because it's not utilizing the full GPU or what, but it's kind of weird. But I don't remember seeing that at the 5080, which I think is kind of weird. Maybe it'll improve as I progress here. We'll see. I am seeing little micro stutters though in the frame timing graph, so maybe that's the issue. And then, like I said, I did have to reinstall the game. There was some issue with an update that caused me to have to reinstall the game, so perhaps because it's a new install, maybe it's not running as good as it normally would. But the actual average FPS is fine though. Really no problems there. Look at this guy, he looks like a movie character. Got his ass.
Got eyes on them. Over here. Ah! I'll get you, trust me.
The otters. Nice. Yeah, I'll let the otters do their work. That's fine. You guys do your thing. I like the music though. It's intense. Oh, poor horse. Poor dog. I broke all the rules now. This is probably the best part of the video. Damn. It's brutal. Look at the destruction, guys. That's awesome. Okay, so 1080p averaging 173 FPS, 1% low staying at 69. And max FPS at 223. And yeah, for some reason these lower resolutions, more CPU bound, it seems to be putting out some weird 1% lows. But when I go back to 4K native, it seemed like it was fine though, so. Perhaps it's an optimization issue, maybe it's because I reinstalled the game recently, I'm not sure, but I'm sure in time I'll figure out what the issue may have been. There's those otters. Why is she not burning? But yeah, I saved the best for last, right? All the intense action for the end. So for those of you who stay tuned for the end, you got the best show in terms of action. Anyways, that gives you a good look at Far Cry 6. If you did enjoy the video and you appreciate this action towards the end, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do feel free to like and subscribe. So thanks for watching, appreciate all support. And if you want to see more content like this, more RTX 5090 gaming benchmarks along my Ryzen 9 9950X 3D CPU, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching, appreciate all support, and see you guys around. Thanks for watching.